you're highly employable. Okay, if you can dig a hole and fill it back in, you're highly employable, you know? You don't have to be a rocket scientist. It's not brain rocketry or rocket surgery to be able to, you know, do something that has value, right? If you have skills, if you can do anything, even if it's stacking boxes, you know, you are employable. And there's a need for you. And people are looking for someone with those skills right now, okay? The reason why you're probably not employed right now is because they're somewhere over here and you're somewhere over here, and there's no connection between you. They're looking in the wrong place. You're looking in the wrong place. It's kind of a shame because you could sort of pass each other in the fog, right? That's really the situation. So this is a good thing. It doesn't mean anything like it feels. A lot of rejection feels like, you know, we're no good. Let's face it, that's what it feels like. It feels like nobody likes us, nobody wants us because we are undesirable. That's what it feels like. Either on a personal level, if it's like a romantic type thing, or on a professional level, if it's like a business or employment kind of thing. That's what it feels like. Without knowing the other side of the coin, without knowing what's going on with the other party, we tend to conclude that, oh, they've rejected us. They've assessed us, and they've concluded that, you know, we're worthless, right? That's what it feels like. I wouldn't judge you if you felt like that. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. And I think you know it deep down. Wesley is here. Hello to Wesley. Wesley says, thank you, man. You know, anybody seen a movie called Wayne's World? That reminds me of a character from Wayne's World. You know, I'm an old guy, so that was kind of young and hip for me, right? So there's a dude in Wayne's World that, you know, he's just there. He's like, I guess he's their friend. He's just around. And he keeps going, I love you, man. You know? And that was the joke, because they say, no, you don't. And he's like, no, I love you, man. You know, anyway. So that's what I had in my head when I read that. So thank you for that, Wesley. That's a real blast from the past. So we talked about the similarities between employment, finding a job, and romantic relationships, because it's Valentine's Day, right? They're both based on connections between people. And let's face it, if you're an introvert, or worse, you're a technical introvert, like me, we have a disadvantage, because it's not that we can't do that stuff, it's that we hate it. We don't like doing it. It's not our idea of fun. So therefore, we don't do it a lot. And therefore, we don't really learn from experience as much as some other people do, namely extroverts. See, they're no better at this stuff than we are if you're an introvert. I'm going to use the word we to mean you and me, because we're like this. They're no different from us. It's just that they happen to enjoy this kind of activity. That's their idea of a good time. So at the end of the day, whereas we would come home and do something solo to charge the battery, we would like watch TV, go on the computer, play video games, read a book, you know, something like that, some kind of solo activity, right? They would come home after a hard day at work, hard day at the zoo, and they would surround themselves with 50 people, all have a get together, all start jabbering, right? And that's how they recharge the battery. That's what makes them feel good again, right? They go off to work and they sit in a room by themselves all day. That's their idea of living hell. That's an extrovert's idea of living hell, being in a room by themselves all day. Now, for us, that's a slice of heaven, right? It's like no people to annoy you, right? You can get on with some work. You can think a single thought without a bunch of candy-ass people coming and distracting you, you know, right? This is our idea of heaven. We're introverts. Now, the problem is that we don't find jabbering to people fun in itself. We do it, and it can be enjoyable if, you know, with a close circle of people around you, like, you know, your close friends and family, I suppose, if your family doesn't annoy the pants off of you. But we don't do it for fun. So consequently, we tend to not know how to do it very well, and we tend to not be that great at it because we don't practice it. We don't have as much opportunities to practice. So as a result, that can put us into a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to finding a job, or connecting with a significant other for some kind of romantic encounter, if you know what I'm saying. That's kind of our situation. We're going to get into that today.